Hey, everybody listening. It's Adam Scheuer here from the IHaveUC.com site, and I'm here with Jason Lightman, who is the founder of the Crohn's Disease Support Network. That's the www.crohnsdisease.com. And I want to thank you, Jason, for taking some time out of your day to talk about Crohn's disease.
My pleasure.
I think we met in the virtual world just a couple of years ago now, and I'm hoping that today we can talk about your disease and, with the goal of spreading awareness to what the disease is all about. If it's anything like ulcerative colitis, I'm pretty sure there's quite a bit of information out there which is potentially hard for a lot of people to understand and digest. And if anything, Jason, gets too personal, you just tell me.
Okay.
We don't gotta go there. Anyways, how's that sound?
That sounds pretty good. Yeah, like you were saying though, there's a lot of information. Sometimes though, there's too much information, which can be really bombarding for a patient. So it can be hard to understand.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
But it's important though to spread awareness.
Cool. Well, let me ask you. We'll just kind of start firing off some questions.
Sure.
Because I'm sure that all the people that are dealing with ulcerative colitis that follow the IHaveUC site, and hopefully some of the people too from the Crohn's Disease Support Network will be interested to hear you talking live. I know I am. So, how long, Jason, has it been since you've been diagnosed with Crohn's disease?
I was diagnosed in 1999 at age 19 after about 14 years of being sick and really never knowing what was wrong.
Wow. And would you, if you were going to just describe Crohn's disease to someone who hasn't heard of it before, knows very little about it, what would be your overview of what the disease is all about?
I would say, it's an autoimmune disease, which basically means that there's a problem with the immune system. A protein builds up in the body that everybody has, and it tricks the immune system into attacking the body, and it can affect the mouth all the way down. So, I'm talking all the way down.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Down to the deep Dardu hole?
Exactly. So it can be a nasty disease, and actually for some women it can even affect some more personal areas.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Wow.
They can have it a little bit more rough than us men.
Wow, that's got to be super tough. Well, what was happening in your life that made you think you might have something going on medically, and how did things unfold for you back when you were getting diagnosed and all that?
Yeah, when, like I said, on and off, just had bouts of sickness, and then when I was 19, I literally woke up one day sick. It sounds ridiculous, but I went to bed feeling okay, woke up the next day and had slept about 11 hours and felt like I got no sleep. As the week went on, it continued and I developed horrible stomach pains and saw my doctor, and they did studies and found inflammation throughout my GI tract. And they pretty much were able to diagnose me right from there. And then they sent me to a gastroenterologist, which treats people with stomach issues. And they definitively diagnosed me.
Wow. So that whole process, it wasn't a real roundabout thing with you getting misdiagnosed for years and years?
No, well, unfortunately, when I was a kid, I'm 31, so when I was younger, they didn't really look for it in children. They really were focusing more on adults, 30 and older. So they just never thought to run the proper test to check like they do now.
Gotcha. Wow.
So, yeah.
Do you remember back in those early days, what was the treatment plan as far as medications and so forth that they were?
I was actually right on the cusp of Remicade being tested, and I was a study patient for Remicade, and then the FDA wound up approving it in 2000 officially. So it was pretty much before that Pentasa and Azicol, which are anti-inflammatories that focus just on the digestive tract, and I believe in steroids. That's pretty much it. So prednisone.
Gotcha. Were you ever dealing with any side effects from the prednisone when you were taking that?
Oh gosh, yeah. It made me a horrible person.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you, what,
I had a lot of social mental reactions actually. I became really argumentative and just I would look to pick fights. Very aggressive.
God,
Yeah, not pleasurable at all. And it causes the face to also. I got the physical effects also of roundness and weight gain.
sure. Did a lot of that go away once you got off the prednisone?
Yeah, after they weaned me off of it, pretty much about a week after the mental effects went away, and then I would say about a year, mostly thanks to the Crohn's, the weight, I mean, I'm 5'11", I got down to about 132 pounds, so,
Wow,
yeah, I was really thin.
that's almost exactly like me when I was at my kind of my low point. You know, I'm only 5'9 3/4", Jason, but I
Gotta
got down
count
to
those 3/4, they're important.
maybe 5'9" and like 6.5 8. I don't know, but anyways, I got down to about 129 pounds at my low point. So
That's about
I
the
got a
same,
feel for
yeah.
what you're talking about. So let's move forward a little bit here. Then
Yeah.
you've had surgery.
I've had
You've had your
multiple
colon.
surgeries, yeah.
Yeah.
When I was 20, I
And
had about.
when you did it,
Go ahead.
well, when you decided to have surgery, what was the decision making process like for you? And had you met any other people at that point who
No,
also had Crohn's?
no. Actually, when I was diagnosed, I'd never even heard of Crohn's disease. It was,
Wow.
yeah, they had listed off. I remember my mother asking them when they were testing, what are you looking for? And the technician listed off a bunch of diseases, and one of them happened to be Crohn's, and I never heard of it. And then about a year later, May of 2000, wound up having my first surgery, which was a bowel resection. They removed about 18 inches,
Wow.
15 inches of my small intestines, and about 3 inches of my colon. So they, it, it the I was narrowed down to about a pencil thin area of inflammation.
Wow.
So the pain that I was having was, I mean, it would knock the wind out of me. So it just, there was no quality of life.
Gotcha. Do you so as far as all the surgeries that you've had, do you still have any part of your colon remaining?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been fortunate, and my disease has mostly been in my small intestines, and then also perioanal Crohn's. There's 3 types of Crohn's.
Okay.
Like in upper, mostly that affects the upper from the mouth down to where the colon starts, and then kind of in the colon, and then the ileum, which is where the small intestines and the colon connect, and then the anus and rectum. And I had fistulas, which are unnatural tubes that the body just creates. It's really bizarre. And they led to abscesses and all kinds of fun stuff. So,
Wow.
yeah, had about 20 abscesses, and each of them had to be surgically taken care of.
So you've been in the hospital quite a few times.
Luckily, the abscesses were outpatient.
Ooh.
Yeah, they just basically put you under, drain it, and take care of it, sterilize it, and then send you on your way. And then, but the resections, I've had 3 now. In 2000 and 2005, I had actually my belly button removed. So I have it's called umbilectomy. So I had that, and in 2010, I had scar tissue and adhesions removed that were causing my intestines to like loop together, connect.
Sure.
So
Wow. Wow. Well, how about the big question, Jason? How are you doing right now?
doing pretty okay Crohn's wise. I'm actually just recently might suspect that I'm having a reoccurrence, but I just need to wait it out and see what happens with that. But out of left field, my liver started to fail, and over the last year, I've pretty much been a liver failure. So that's been a whole nother story for another day. But it's been a interesting experience. So
Well,
I have oxygen that I wear because of it. So
gotcha. Well, man, I really hope that all of that can work itself out.
yeah,
And
they're working on a transplant for me, but it's quite a process that they have to work you up on, and they found some issues while working me up that they're still trying to figure out what exactly is going on. So once that's all resolved, they'll be able to continue with the transplant process and get me a new liver, and I'll be much better.
yeah, yeah. Well, Jason, tell me about the Crohn's Disease Support Network.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to start such an amazing online group?
Well, I appreciate that, first off. I created it mostly because I was looking for support myself, and there are, organizations like the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America, and they have chapters in different cities. But unfortunately, a lot of people are hesitant to go to the physical support groups. So I was looking to meet other people with similar issues, and got on Twitter of all things, and met a lot of people who cronies is basically the term.
Gotcha.
People with Crohn's disease, and meeting a lot of them, decided to start the network, and started September 24th, 2009, and never thought 20 people would join.
Sure.
There's how many millions of websites, and we just celebrated 2 years, and we're over 1,455 now.
Wow, that's excellent. That is really cool. So, tell me, I've got an idea, but for everyone who doesn't know, how does the Crohn's Disease Support Network work? And what parts of it do people love so much?
Yeah, well, I mean, basically it's a network, so it's a lot like a Facebook, MySpace hybrid. What you do is it's totally free. There's no charge for anything. You sign up, you get your own personal page that you can customize, have fun with it, and then you have a blog which you can write, about your experience, your stories, ask questions. There's groups for pediatrics and Crohn's, friends and family of people with inflammatory bowel disease, and forums. There's a live chat which people really like. And I would say that's one of the most popular resources. And is people can just hop right on and start chatting live with usually myself, or I have an administrator, Kelly, who lives in Australia, and she's amazing. And
Wow.
yeah, so if I'm not on, she's 16 hours ahead, so she's covering the other half of the world. So
Wow.
it's pretty great. It's, yeah.
Are there people that are using the Crohn's disease support network from all over the world?
Yeah, we have members from like Australia, Malaysia, South Africa, a lot of members from the UK,
Sure.
America, Canada. I mean, it's really surprising.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Well, let me ask you another question, Jason.
Yes.
From all of the people with Crohn's disease that you've met over the past few years, what are some of the most common fears or worries that you think people have?
One of the biggest issues I would say is that they don't feel that they're ever going to have, so to speak, a normal life, if there really is such a thing. Um, they just, it's, I feel for me, since I've been dealing with sickness since I was a kid, it's kind of all I've ever known. So I don't know, it's just different. But somebody who was just diagnosed, let's say in their 30s or even 40s, you know, they've had the luxury of health and then having it taken away. And it can be a real issue because it's so unpredictable in its nature that literally you can go to bed feeling fine and wake up in the morning just feeling like complete crap. And they have families and their kids, especially, they don't want to show the sickness to them, and it can just be really complicated. It can really throw somebody for a loop.
Gotcha. Well, for these types of people and for everyone in general that are dealing with either Crohn's disease or even ulcerative colitis, you know a lot. You probably know more about that than I do. what what advice, Jason, do you give to specifically newly diagnosed people who are suffering with symptoms, and what, in your opinion, is like the most important thing that these people can do to get back to somewhat of a normal state of life, or to mitigate some of the craziness and the issues that come along with a new diagnosis like this disease?
One of the most important things that I can't stress enough is find a doctor that you are comfortable with. One that listens to you, that you feel you can trust, that you can tell anything. Because the more information they have from you, the better. And keeping a food diary and finding a diet that works for you is really important, because I can't specifically say, oh, eat this food, eat that food, because it's so different for every patient.
Sure.
It really just depends on how advanced the disease is, where the disease is. So many factors go into it. And also, just don't give up. Just keep hope. Keeping a positive attitude can make all the difference in the world, because one of the biggest issues is stress. And it doesn't cause the disease, but it adds ammunition to it, and it can really just make it a lot worse. Some of the things that I that I try to tell people is, think about somebody who doesn't have a bowel issue and how they get when they're stressed, and then add the disease and what it does and how you feel with it. And it can really help put you in the mindset of how affecting it can be. So,
wow. Gotcha. That's some excellent advice. I like it.
I hope, I mean, it's just my perspective of it and dealing with it. So.
Sure. Have you, I'll ask one final question and then we can wrap this up. Have you seen a lot of people that you've gotten in contact with that have, come to you or come to the Crohn's Disease Support Network, newly diagnosed, that have been dealing with horrible symptoms, and over the course of time, they've gotten back to you saying, "Hey, Jason, I'm feeling better. I feel like I have control of my disease, and I'm back to a relatively, if not completely perfect, normal lifestyle again." Have you seen that happen?
Definitely. There are people that once they get a control of the right diet that works for them, the right treatment, the right balance of lifestyle, they really can lead a productive, happy life and actually have a quality of life that might not be what they used to have, but it's still a good life. And
Sure.
it definitely can, I've definitely seen it happen many times. And just to not give up on the hope that there's always a cure. Like I truly believe that there will be a cure one day, if not soon.
Excellent. Well, Jason, thank you very, very much. I cannot thank you
My
enough
pleasure.
for taking some time out of your day. And to anyone who has not visited the Crohn's Disease Support Network, most definitely go there and visit. You'll probably meet up with Jason quicker than you think. And
I'm there pretty much all the time.
that's great. That's perfect. We need more people like you.
I appreciate that.
Jason,
Thank you.
thank you very much again on behalf of everyone from the IHaveUC.com site. It's a treat being able to talk with someone so openly about Crohn's disease, and you taught me a lot. I really appreciate it.
It's all about awareness and educating people. So, my pleasure.
Great. Well, have a good day, and see you all soon.
All right. Thanks, Adam. Take care.
All right. Bye, Jason.
Bye.